Morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and today KSCRAFT, and we're going to do this pocket house. I would say little pocket house, but it's not little at all. And if I remember, we'll measure it when we're finished. It comes with all windows, it comes with your little tile section for your roof. It's got snowy bits, a gorgeous little wreath with a tiny bow, and I'm going to show you what I've done so far. Right, I have been organised, yes. So that is your back piece, that is your middle piece if you've got this die, and this is your front pocket. Now if you look, you can see this one has got its little flaps that are scored, and so has this one. If I hold that up, but first of all I want to put the layering pieces on. So I'll start with the smallest bit first, and you do get a separate die that cuts a layering piece to fit within that rectangle there. I am using American Crafts, and it is the Christmas Bundled Up collection. It is, as you know, if you watch my channel, my all-time favourite Christmas pack. So here goes. Let's get a layering piece on. I don't have to put too much glue on because it squidges nicely to the edges. So I'm going with a really cute pink plaid. I'm trying to get an even border all the way around here, and I think that's it. Squish your glue out. So that's our first layering piece, and because it's the front of the house, it's going to have a door and it's going to have windows. So this is the little door that I've done. This comes in your set. You can do it in whatever colour you want. You get a back piece and you get the front piece with a cute little window, and I've just used one of my adhesive little gold hearts there that I got from Joann's years ago. Now I know I'm not going to be able to get any more of those, so I think I still have one pack of them left, and I tend to use them up quite often. So a little bit of glue there. I'm just flipping my lid over, I just dropped it. And we're going to get the door in the centre. Now using a plaid paper can be a great cheat for lining stuff up, so I just hope that I'm in the middle there. And also my windows go onto that layer. Now what I will show you is these. You can see I've cut the frame, but it doesn't come with a backing piece, so this is the cheat that you do when you've cut your frames out. Keep the apertures, because then you can just get your pencil, wherever my pencil has gone, and place it down on whatever cardstock colour you want for the back of your windows. I've chosen white, and just draw inside, and then all you have to do is cut out within your pencil line, and it's going to fit your windows. So that's a quick, easy layering up cheat for you. Right, so now I'm going to pop my windows on. And this is the bit where you say, oh, I didn't actually get it in the centre. Yeah, but you're stuck with it. Yeah, so a little bit of glue on there. And I'm just going to go to the height of the door frame, because then if you wanted to, you could certainly add something along this line here, because there is snow. And although the snow is for the 2 layers, you could totally do it for the 3rd layer as well, and just pop it on the front. Now I'm going to have to pick this up towards me and have a look, but I can definitely see that I didn't get my door in the middle, and I'm just straightening up my window, but I'm just going to have to live with that. Obviously you people at home are going to pay closer attention and do it correctly. Now this is what I meant with this. These are my layering pieces that go into here, and you get 2 pieces of snow. You get one for the peak and you get one for the top. But if you want to, you can also put a snow layer there. And I might actually run off and cut one of those in a minute, because I quite like the idea of that. And it detracts from the fact that I didn't get it in the centre. So I'm going to use this one here and then go and cut another one in a minute. So I'm just going to pop some glue down along this edge here. And then I'm going to put my snow on. Now, if you're going to use anything in your pocket, just make sure that you don't go all the way to the tip, because you don't want to be knocking it off, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to go there, and then when this is scored, this is going to hang over the edge a little bit, but I really like it, so I'm going to go with that. And of course we're going to have to score and fold those in a minute. So that's my bottom pocket layer done. And then this piece here is really simple. You just get your pointy bit, get your fluff off your card. We're going to layer this up on there, and we're going to put that one on there. So once again, get some glue down. And try your hardest to get an even border. So there should be just a little bit of a white edge. I'm going to have to pick this up towards me, because even though that looks straight there, it doesn't look straight there. So right, that's it. I'll pop that down. And then I've got my snowy peak. Now you can glitter these up and do whatever it is that you want. You can cut them in foam so that they're more dimensional. I've actually got a huge box here of Dollar Tree foam board, and I haven't used it in such a long time. And I think it's time to get it out again, because I really enjoy it. Now, as you can see, this really hangs over your peak, so make sure that you're keeping it clear away from where you're going to score in a minute. Well, I'm going to run off and die cut myself another bit of snow, and I'll be right back. Right, so I went and cut myself another strip of snow, and I'm going to use it on the top section. So I'm just going to move these two pieces out of the way, and here we are with our back piece, and of course that's going to go up there. So I'm going to glue this on first. I hope everyone's going to have a great day. I truly mean that every time I say it. And you should let me know what you're up to crafting in the comments below. I'm always interested if anybody's found something new. Because, you know, we crafters are very nosy when it comes to new gadgets. Anything that can make your life easier. So we've got our layering paper, and I've gone for that pink plaid again. And then the next piece is your roof lattice. That goes onto here. So if you line it up, it should fit. I'm just going to do a few dots of glue to hold this down. So I'm going off on the edges. I'm being quiet. Put a bit there. And I think that should do it. I'm just going to pick it up towards myself just to make sure that I'm getting it on properly. And give it a good old squish. Make sure I've got those edges. And then the next bit to go onto there is my little piece of snow. So that's going to go up there like that. I'm just going to pop that on. You could pop these on foam if you want to, and as I said, you know, glitter them up, frost them up, whatever it is that you want to do. But this is such a cute make. And we're going to go there. So now I've got my lovely layers. And if we bring those layers back in, and I'll share my little wreath with you, this is going to be your next layer. This has got to be folded around, of course. And then this is going to be the bottom layer. So you do get another set. You can add another 4 windows. You can put 2 here and 2 here. But I've decided that I wanted to put winter wishes there, popped up on some foam, and then I'm going to put my little wreath. I'll share that with you. It's so cute. I use those little gold hearts again. I'm trying to get a clear picture. And I use some little pale pink dots, and that's going to go there, which is why I didn't want to put any extra windows, because I was just happy with my windows here. But you can make it however you want to. So these will go on last, and now we need to score and fold this layer, which will go onto the base. Now I'm sure there's a lot of people saying you shouldn't put your snow on till at the end, and you're probably right. But anyway, I'm doing it. Now I have used heavyweight cardstock. And it's not always the easiest when it comes to scoring, but if you're making a project where you want some longevity, it's worth taking the time to use it. You just have to be a lot more careful along your crease lines, and you have to kind of guide it with your fingers. And so I put my hand behind like that, so that I'm holding it at the crease line. And then you just got to slowly go across. Just find your fold. And then when you've done that, go in with your bone folder. I think also one of the reasons that I like to use heavyweight cardstock is not just because it makes a better quality project, but because I've got such awful humidity. That's probably the truth of it, actually. And then we've got one here, and we have to come back. And it doesn't matter which way round you choose to bend it, because you can, you know, realign it and refold it as you go along. So I'm just finding that and giving it a push. And like I said, lighter weight cardstock is really, really easy to do this. But I went for the chunky option. So you can see basically what I'm doing. There's one more fold here, and my humidity is attacking already, even though I've got my AC on and my dehumidifier, which is why you can hear all that humming going on in the background. But I'm just going to stick with it and just go along and find that line. And that's basically how you're going to do it. And then this edge is going to be glued onto the base, but I'll come back and show that. I'm just going to go off and fold that so you don't have to watch me do it again. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done that, And I also decided to do this one, did it exactly the same as you saw me do that one side, so those are done. Now what I would suggest when you're putting together a pocket, sometimes people get confused with this bit down here that obviously folds up to stop stuff from falling out. Now you can, if you want to, adhere it so that it's at the back and then use another layering piece over the top to finish your back off. But if you don't want to do that, what I like to do, some people will do it like that, I don't like that. This to me just makes it easier, so that you've got your hinged pieces and then you glue your bottom bit down. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to grab my bone folder again just to make sure I've got some nice stretch in my paper fibres, and then I'm going to do that. So quite literally you're just pushing that bit in, you're popping a blob of glue down, you're pushing that in and putting a blob of glue down, and it just makes it a lot easier to fasten onto the back as well. So if you push those bits in and down, fold that piece up and hold it, and then tuck that in, fold that piece up and hold it, and go along with your bone folder again if you want to. Well, I'm going to hold that for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's glued down, and at this point if you wanted to, you could use adhesive tape down all three sides, and I also did my little pocket as well, my little front piece, just to speed life up. So we're going to bring that in now, and this is going to go, and you're going to glue it down onto the bottom, and it just makes, see that, it just makes life easier. Like I said, if you want to use adhesive tape, go ahead and do that, but I'm going to do this, and I'm going to use a fair amount of glue because I do want it to stick. And be useful for sticking all kinds of things into it. So I'm just going to grab that. See how your hands are free from that bottom section if that's the way that you've done it before. And then just push your pieces in. If you've got clips, go ahead and use those. I love this glue because I can maneuver it. So that's exactly where I want it. I'm just tucking that piece in. I'm going to hold that and I'll be right back. Okay, first piece down, and if you look in there you can see now you've got your little concertina pocket. So now the next piece, and exactly the same thing. Just put some glue all the way around. Lay it at the bottom, just line it up. Use clips if you have them. I'm using my fingers, and I'll be right back. Okay, so those are glued, and once again peek down inside so that you can see how it goes, and you can see you've got your two pockets there. Now my next bit is I want to put my winter wishes, which I've already got up on foam tape, and I'm going to pop it, I think, smack bang in the middle. So I'm using Dollar Tree foam because it's nice and cheap. I remember when it used to be twice as thick as this. Yeah. And I'm going to place that where I can see it, but I want room for my wreath. So I've got my winter wishes down, which is now 3D, but I'm hoping that I place this snowman here in the right position for his little face to be peeking out of that wreath. So I think we're going to find out, because I'm just going to put down a couple of little drops of glue on here just to hold it. let's see if I can make him peek out. And I think I can, and I think I've got it in the centre as well. Yeah, I like that. Little snowman. I think that's so sweet. I just love that paper pack as well. But you've got two gorgeous pockets. Now if you made a little hanger to go on the back of this, you could pop it on your kitchen wall. You could put all your Christmas receipts in there. You know, sometimes you buy stuff and it's not right and you need to take it back, and if you've got a receipt, you know, you could actually use that for all your Christmas receipts. Just hang it on the fridge. But of course great for gifting, because it's a great size for putting in candy canes and a gift card, little notes. You can even fit your Christmas card in the back there and just gift it like that. But that is what I have for you today. I will try and take a better picture because I've got sunlight streaming through, and I'm not going to complain about that. But do have an absolutely wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me, and as usual, all links below. Bye.